Hello everyone, today we're here to do our weekly analysis. We're going to make this one quick because there is not much. So let's go on our weekly time frame and we do the same thing as always, highlight the high and the low. As you can see right here, we do have the high and we have the low right now. From what we can explain, the story that we can tell from the weekly time frame is price was ranging. As you can see, price was ranging, right? Price made an impulse correction and created a very strong low. Now, since this is the weekly time frame, that means this low has been there for quite some time. So, price rejected, as you can see, right? It respected the low. That means price might be ready to create another impulse. Now, for that impulse to happen, price is to break our previous week's high. Now this high has been there for 2 weeks now, so price might range for some time around this area before price goes higher. All right. So since we have our high and our low from our previous week, and price is telling us that our previous week might have been a retest because if price wanted to go down, it would have closed somewhere around this area or even lower, but it pulled back up. It might be creating a new low around this area for price to go higher. So since we have that in mind, it might be best to look for buy trades for this week unless if price breaks the low. Now for price to break the low, we have to see what's on the daily time frame and what's on the lower time frames. Where does price has to break for it to go lower? Now let's go on the daily time frame. Let's go on the, oh, this is the daily time frame. All right. So here on the daily time frame, we have a high that was created, right? This is a daily high and a wickfill trade. That's an area also to watch out for a wickfill trade area on the daily time frame. That means if price does goes above, we have a very nice trade to look out for. So let's highlight this area as daily high and wickfill trade, right? So now that we have this area in mind and we have a low that could be retested since price has been going up all this time, we might get price to come back to retest the low before it goes higher. Now that's a very possible thing to happen because price created a high right here, and for it to go higher, it has to break this high, and this high is on the daily time frame. It's not on the 1 hour time frame. So we might see some action around this area before price breaks this high. Now let's go on the 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, things get interesting. Now, I'm allowing my line to break two candles, to go across candles, because I know why this zone is around here. This zone is being highlighted on the daily time frame. However, I would say also once price breaks above this area, watch out. So be careful. That's all. The reason why I'm saying we should be careful around this area is because yes, price might have created a high on the daily time frame with this area, right? However, this is where our conflict is. This is where on the 4 hour time frame price have had a conflict. As you can see, price even tried giving us a rejection candle. This candle tried coming all the way for the retest. So now this is our junction area. So if price breaks this area, it might even go higher all the way to our wickfill target, unless if the daily high gives us some trouble and pushes price back lower, or even some sort of a range before it goes higher. So as long as price is in this area, it might be a good thing to be careful. All right, so now this will become your no trade area. Until price breaks above this, then you aim for that wickfill target. Right, I hope that's making sense. If it's not, please feel free to ask us questions. All right, now we've highlighted an important area. Be careful. All right, now let's see previous low and a breakout area. This is our previous breakout area. So if price is gonna come retest something, it might be coming to retest this, right? So we're going to say previous breakout. If you don't want to highlight these ones, that's definitely okay. But for us, we prefer to highlight it because it makes it easier if I'm to go on the 1 hour time frame. I know why I have zones on the higher time frame there. So this would be a good trade opportunity. Up to this, even lower, up to the weekly low, as long as price does not get some confusion around this area. So I would also write this. That's a wickfill trade. That's a beautiful wickfill trade right there. Why is that a beautiful wickfill trade? If you look to our left, we have a wick, we have a wick. Yeah, this might be a small problem, but we have clean space that gives us a very nice opportunity. Just keep that in mind. Wickfill trades are the best. All right, so after that, we have previous breakout area would be there. Yeah. So last bearish candle before price made a bullish run, order block. All right, yeah, we did highlight that. Exactly, this is the 1 hour time frame, by the way. So on the 1 hour time frame, this is our daily low. And as you can see, when price opened, price just made a bullish run. It did not range or anything. And if price didn't range or anything, that means Asian range was not properly done. And if it wasn't, that means today we might just see price ranging for quite some time until tomorrow. This might be a slow week. All right. So having what we have a be careful area, and we have some sort of a reversal candle right here. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but that's a reversal candle. And then price made the bear run. It's not long, it's not long, it's short, but if price wanted to go higher, as you can see, we have green candles one after the other, right? If price wanted to go higher, we wouldn't have a candle that's engulfing about 4 candles of our previous move. So that's a reversal pattern. So we have this area as a reversal pattern, right? So if that area is a reversal pattern and this candle is reversing price to go higher, then price might just come to retest the high for it to go lower. All right. So if the candle that's printing right now closes bearish, that's pushing price lower. That's our pattern right there. That's our trade. That's our trade right there. But if this candle closes bullish the way it is, it will be better to wait for price to give you more information before you do anything, because now this could be a very good trade. But then for it to be a very good trade, we need to see if price is going to create a high around this area. If it does create a high around this area, then you definitely could expect price to go lower. All right. So now that's one trade that we're looking out for today. But as for the weekly, I would say you have better chances if you were it's debatable, because the weekly time frame is telling us that price could be going higher because this candle is bearish. We understand that, but this candle could be could be a retest, because if price wanted to go lower, it should have gone lower all the way here, or it should not have put back the way it did, right? On the daily time frame, the thing that's stopping price to go higher, it's the daily high that was created around this area, right? So this week it's a very It's a very good week to be careful because price could be doing anything. We could have peak formation formed right here. Peak formation. That's a peak formation, right? We would even say, could this be a shoulder, head, right? Shoulder. You never know. So I would say this week be very careful. But for someone who's looking for some trade, you have great wickfill trade opportunities, and using that information that you have on the wickfill trades, you might even be able to catch the new wickfills that will be created this week. And then on the 1 hour time frame, we have a very interesting area that we've approached, which could give you a trade all the way down, because as you have seen, we have highlighted all of our trade opportunity areas. So I hope that will be helpful. I hope you all enjoy the week and you have a great profitable trading week.